All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. Is there a hell? Well, my personal belief is, yes, there is. There is a hell. And the reality of hell, unfortunately, is not going to hit too many people until the breath go out of their bodies. Now, contrary to popular belief, believe it or not, people go to hell because it's a choice. Not because the creator universe is some type of bad guy sitting up there waiting to condemn everybody to the eternal flames. No, that's not it. It's a choice in this life. Righteousness or unrighteousness. Following him and his laws, statutes, and commandments or not. You can pick and choose. Now, in this world that we live in, because this is a very temporary life and we know it, the Bible, for those of us who believe it, it warns us over and over again to not be caught up in the cares of this world, the cares of this life. You know, all these distractions, things that would distract you from a course. We're here in this life, believe it or not to amass wealth, not to just develop families and all this other stuff and enjoy them and then eat, drink, be merry, and tomorrow we die. Believe it or not, this life is a testing ground. It's a proving ground to determine how you will spend all of eternity. Now, if I've answered this and if I made this statement more than once, I've said it 1,000 times. To the atheists, the agnostics, to the deists, and all the other people out there with different religious or non-religious beliefs. When you really truly do the math, and of course you have to do the math, you know, when you do the math, the fact of the matter remains is this. If you choose to not believe that there's a creator universe and then he has the Messiah, Yahshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ, and you choose not to follow him and be a witness for him, and let me say this, you can tell that I believe that there's a hell based on the way that I preach and the way that I teach, because when I preach and when I teach, I mean business. There's no room for misunderstanding. There's no shuck, bucking, and jiving. There's none of these game playing. There's none of these play on words. There's none of this playing with your spirit or your soul. Now, I'm telling you the truth, the inconvenient truth, the unpopular truth, the truth that you don't want to hear. And if your heart is wicked, you're going to fight against this truth. All you have to do is open up the Bible. There's really nothing personal between myself and those that hear me. It's just that some of us live the truth, stand for the truth, and believe the truth, and we're doing whatever we can to be that light. Now, I understand that truth in the midst of a wicked, dark world is not popular. It's not popular. As a matter of fact, when you really, truly first hear truth, you're going to get pissed off. You're going to be upset. But if you have humility, and that's what truth does, it tests the composition of your mind, it tests the composition of your spirit. If you have the humility, and if you are, I'm going to say a key statement right here, key word, if you are his, you will hear his chosen men of Yah, who is designed to carry this word, hopefully to get you in a right relationship with him. Now, let's go back to what I was saying earlier. Now, think about this. The alternative is there's much to be desired. Because think about this. If you choose to believe that there's not an afterlife, and if you choose to believe that there's no such thing as hell or something like that, and you go ahead and live your life, you choose to be or take on the tenets of atheism, agnosticism, deists, or all the other forms of misbelief and unbelief, then guess what? If there's a hell, as the old statement goes, you got hell to pay, because you denied the creator universe because you don't understand what's going on. There's a fight against sin. There's a fight against righteousness and holiness. And you chose to be selfish and to inconsiderate and live your own life void of any direction whatsoever at all. But the direction you did follow is the direction of the God of this world. And the only thing that informs us about the spiritual warfare and the God of this world is the Bible. Now, I know that when I say the Bible, that many people out there, you carry Bibles, you go to church, but you just don't know what's in it. That's the reason why you get so offended with me, because when I speak the things concerning what is in the Bible, and not concerning your feelings and emotions, your false religious belief system and stuff, because the Bible is not a religion. The Bible didn't come up with all these denominations, all these non-denominations, and all these other philosophies and traditions and theologies and everything else. It has one word. That's it. And it's easy to understand for those who comprehend and not are detoured or defected into believing something else simply because you accept personalities or what other people say. This thing is real. Every single day in your life is a blessing to be above ground, and every single day your life is being judged and is being written down, whether you like it, comprehend it, understand it or not. So if you choose not to believe, you got hell to pay. Now let's just say this. Let's say that there is no heaven and there is no hell, and I chose to believe. Then guess what? I've lost nothing. I was able to live a nice life. I was able to live a life of peace, joy, and happiness. I had a relationship with someone who I thought was real. It didn't cause me any pain, heartache, or sorrow, or trouble. Only people do stuff like that, and including yourself. You are the first one that starts all the pain in your life because of being self-centered, self-focused, and self-absorbed. But that book, the Bible, it gives you direction and behavior. It's instruction, it's rules, it's guidelines. So guess what? I didn't miss out on anything. All the thing I missed out on was the things that the world attempted by over and over and over again. But however, if there is a hell, and I have chosen to obey the scriptures, to obey the creator of the universe, then guess what? I am good to go. And all those, not only that, the Bible says this, I'm preaching his word and I'm saving myself, and not only myself, but them that hear me. Now, think about that for a second. That's a powerful statement. That's a powerful word. You mean to tell me that if someone listens to me, that there's a strong possibility that listening to the direction of this preacher right here, you may inherit eternal life. Now, you don't inherit eternal life by me, because it's the word that is already forever settled in heaven that I'm preaching and teaching. It's just that you have the spirit and the eyes to see, the ears to hear. That's what it is. I am a messenger. That's it. All right. So guess what? We good to go. We make it into the kingdom. We get to rule this earth for 1,000 years. After that, we know the story. He's going to destroy this old heaven and old earth, create a new heaven and new earth, and so shall we ever be with the Most High. Isn't that beautiful? That's a beautiful love story, isn't it? I believe it is, because I understand the story. But man, you know, it speaks about a resurrection of the dead, talking about those people that are going to be judged according to those deeds that are written in this book. I know it's very convenient for people to ignore the Bible. Hey, that's your prerogative. You got one life. I hope you're right. But you do it to your own apparel. The gospel is so powerful that if it wasn't so powerful, then why does it upset so many people when you start preaching and teaching and talking about it? You know, we can talk about anything in this world and it doesn't cause the offense like that word does. You want to hear the greatest cuss word that there is concerning the religion of Christianity? Here it is. No, well, actually, it's a phrase. It's a statement. Keep the commandments. Boy, it's one thing to say it. You start doing it, that's when you're going to find out who's serving who. So is there a hell? Yeah. Jesus preached hell, and he preached it hot. Not only did he talk about it, he talked about hell so much just in the Gospels that if you would read that book with an open mind, it will cause you to repent and turn from the natural order and way of man. Well, anyway, gave you something to consider, but I will tell you this. That's why my cadence, my preaching and my teaching is a lot different than you've ever heard. Because when I preach and teach, I don't speak like the scribes and Pharisees. I speak as one that has authority, that I know what I'm talking about, and I know what I believe. And I speak with conviction. And I'm hoping that you have the ears to hear. That's my prayer. And that you continue to keep watching and listening. And then we grow. And then after this life is over with, we go into the kingdom. But I'm a realist. I know that a lot of people just going to spurn, put forth the finger, criticize, and deny. And you're going to be reminded in the afterlife that Yah did send somebody for you to listen to. He that have ears, he that have the ears, let him hear what the Spirit says unto the assembly. Well, you just heard the truth, and that's the truth straight way. I wish you all a very peaceful, prosperous, and joyous day. in Jesus Christ. Shalom.